ancient synagogue, Mount Arbel. Jewish people lived all through the Galilee. This, of course, is a beautiful field in the Galilee right behind the mountain of Arbel, on the slopes of Arbel Mountain, which many believe is the Matthew 28 Mount of the Great Commission. And this is mustard, little seeds of mustard. And what's going on right now with the hostage deal? It's amazing. I'm heading back to the army soon, but I'm enjoying this little time away with my family to recharge a little bit here. I know Benjamin Netanyahu, our prime minister, met in America. He flew there. Also, Israeli delegation went to Qatar. And Netanyahu talked with the Democrats and with the Republicans about the war's direction. There's some disagreement with the way it should go. He met up with Chuck Schumer, who said that Netanyahu should be replaced, and met with Mitch McConnell, who was criticizing, America's involvement, helping the ally of the United States, Israel, to bring them home. And so he went there, Netanyahu went there and talked with them about all this and emphasized we need to defend our land and we need to complete this. And Netanyahu indicated that there's going to be a little delay before the inevitable incursion into Rafah or Rafiah. And so U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken, he's over here too, and he's talking about this deal, this hostage deal, which we've agreed to. It was 50 Palestinian murderers released for one of our hostages, and now it's down to, I think, 5? Every time they release a hostage, we give them 5 murderers from our holding cells, and that way they will be able to come home. And it looks like even Israel may agree to a ceasefire for a long time. And so we have to wait to see what Hamas says now to this plan. We have the plans drawn up for Rafiah to complete this, and IDF vows, though, to complete dismantling all terror. They have to either leave while we dismantle their terror infrastructure or be killed. It's death or surrender, essentially. We've arrested, as you know, 650 over of the Hamas officials that have come back, and Hamas operatives that have come back to the actual Shifa hospital. Explosions were thrown at a bus in Judea and Samaria. And I was thinking about this. God promised us from the river to the sea. People don't know that when they're saying from the river to the sea, it's the Euphrates River to the Mediterranean Sea. So from the river to the sea, Joshua 1, verse 3 and 4. That is a promise there. Go read it. From the river to the sea, Joshua 1, verse 3 and 4. Now, what's going on in Russia? Islamic State is claiming attack for, killing 133 people, a deadliest attack in Russian history in recent years. What is going on? Friday, people are in this opera. Suddenly, you've got all these ISIS people, and they're actually like Al-Qaeda branch, which they were doing genocidal attacks against the Yazidis or the Yazidis in 2018. They're called Islamic State K, ISK. And they are this group, and they're a mix of like former Pakistani Taliban fighters. You remember how, sadly, Biden strengthened the Taliban by just leaving and giving them billions of dollars worth of equipment. Now this group is suddenly attacking in Moscow, and they say, we want to remove anyone who's not Islamic. And it makes me think that the destabilization of the world is really, really happening. We're at a turning point, my friends. A turning point where we can either believe what God says in His Word. We could receive the Isaiah 43 verse 1. We can read the words that He says. Thus says the Lord who created you, O Jacob, O Israel, don't fear. I have redeemed you. I've called you by name, and you are mine, declares the Lord. I've chosen you. Or we could join in with the bad side. There's like an axis, right, where you have Iran, North Korea, even China is making a choice right now. So as this war, I believe, is coming to a point, coming to a climax, coming to a pinnacle, choose where you will stand, because this is going to have ripples on the course of human events, on the course of all of our future. Take a stand now. Stand with the work of the Aliyah Return Center, and thank you for that.